Come into the room. I am the H-Town vet, and I would like to welcome you to our live stream. We're going to a place where we will discuss a variety of benefits available to veterans and their dependents. We're doing our live stream earlier because tomorrow is Thanksgiving. Come into the room, family. As you show up, let us know that you are here. My mic was off for a second there. I was checking to make sure that the sound is correct, that everything is going as planned. Come on in, family. And as you show up, hit that like button. Let us know you're in the room, family. Thank you for joining us on this impromptu live stream. I decided to do it the day early. I didn't have a chance to prepare the slide because I didn't know if I was going to do it tonight for our brother, the insurance broker. We're going to take care of him next time, but we're going to let you know about how he can help you if you come on into the room, family. We're going to talk about some updated laws that come out. They had some laws that came out on the 27th, right? Which is today, that affects a veteran's what? A veteran's status as it relates to getting VA compensation. They're continually changing laws. While you're sitting in one place, they're continually changing the law. It's not static. It doesn't stay in one place, okay? Not like our conditions. Come on in. We're at 1,569 subscribers. We're hoping by January, the end of January, we could have at least 2,000. So family, share the program. Let others know about it. The word is getting out, and apparently y'all watching because the watch hours have doubled in a short period of time. We have almost 1,000 watch hours. We had about 8,250 or so. So come on to the room, family. We're going to get started. Let us know that you're here. I'm going to go ahead and, okay, we're good on that. Look like we're looking good on the likes. We appreciate that. We thank you. Now let us get started. But like I say, let us know if you're new to the channel. Let us know that you're here. Now, we're going to pull the full screen and we're going to get started here. What are we talking about? We're talking about veteran status. They've put out a new law here, I believe today or yesterday. I believe it's today. And we're going to go over that. They have a new law out about what qualifies you to be a veteran. You got to watch it when they're continuously changing the laws, okay? And what we want you to understand when it comes to veteran status, they're talking in specifically how it qualifies you to what? For VA benefits and VA healthcare. All right, so those are the two major areas that your benefits fall into. When it comes to VA healthcare, we'll start off there. That's dealing with having access to the VA hospital, the requirements, what group, they have different groups of veterans qualify for a certain amount of what? Healthcare and treatment and medications. It's talking about the VA clinics and also community care, all right? Now, on the benefit side of the game, the VA benefit side of the game, of course, we're talking about VA compensation, but we're also talking VA disability compensation, but we're also talking about VA home loans, that you don't have to be a disabled veteran to qualify for that, and the National Cemetery. All right, now let's see. let us continue, because we're going to get right into it tonight. We want to thank you for showing up. We're glad that you're here. We appreciate you. And for those newcomers who continually come in, we're going to have some slides for you also to let you know a little bit about us, information that is pertinent, that's time sensitive, that you may need to know right now. So we can't wait to tell you. So for some of our regulars, it may be a little bit redundant, but we got to make sure everybody gets something out of the broadcast. So thank you for joining us, live or recorded. So our regularly scheduled live streams are on Sundays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Tonight is an unscheduled live stream, which often occur if it's a holiday, if our live streams fall on a holiday. So we're doing it a day early before Thanksgiving, and sometimes they'll just be random. And we have a lot of YouTube videos other than the live streams. Sometimes we put those out also. If you would like to contact us or donate to our channel, here's the information: htownvet northside@gmail.com. People, and also you can also contact us on the YouTube channel. At our YouTube handle is at htownvet northside. Capitalize the H, the T, the V, and the N. And if you'd like to donate, we appreciate it. Some of y'all the ones that asked me about that, so we set it up. That's the Cash App. There's the information for that. It's pretty similar to it is for the YouTube and the email and the PayPal. Thank you for everybody that have donated. Thank you, and those who will. Now let us continue. If you just come into the room, please smash that like button. All right, smash that like button, and we appreciate it. If you haven't done so far, please subscribe, and we appreciate that. I mean, share. Okay, share the live stream with others. If you have access to Twitter, Facebook, TikTok, I'm not as tech savvy. So if you could share it with other people, other veterans that might be blessed by the information, we thank you. And also, like we said, subscribe. That way you'll be notified when we drop a next live stream or video. And we appreciate those who are subscribed. Now, the new releases that we had within this month, last few weeks, the last thing we went over was our 1-year anniversary. And we, commemorated that by talking about some of the videos that we've had historically. We have it was 101 at the time. Now this is going to be 103 videos in our library and live streams. Okay? So please go back and look at this information because it'd be very beneficial to you. Our other video was the VA power of attorney. The VA power of attorney. This is very important because it changes this was a law change where, because of unaccredited claims agents, the VA had to go back and clarify and make it easier for people to represent veterans, whether it be their family member or other individuals, because they were going after what they call claim sharks. They were making it harder for family members to represent veterans, so they had to do some clarification on the law. And this was recent. Go back and watch that. Now understand, when it comes to representing veterans, you have accredited claims agents, and when we say accredited, meaning that they are certified with the VA to represent veterans, and they have to go by certain rules and guidelines. So that's what we mean by accredited. Accredited claims agents, these are not lawyers. Then they have accredited lawyers. They usually get about 20% of your back pay if they represent you. They usually don't represent you on the first claim. They represent you once you've been denied. So now, unaccredited lawyers, they're kind of slid in there, and they're not harassed like the unaccredited claims agents, number 6, but they don't have no regulations. They can charge you what they want, but they say it should be fair and charge no more than 20 to 33% of your back pay. Now, and if you lose, they get nothing. Now, that's for the accredited agents. Now, for veteran service officers like the American Legion, the Veteran of Foreign Wars, and the DAV, they are accredited also, but they don't represent you. They have lawyers that represent you if you have to take it to the appeals court, but you will have a veteran service officer who help you with your claim, and it's free. Next, then you have the state and county governments that also have departments that represent veterans, and they are free. Then there's the outlaws, they call them, the unaccredited claims consultants who can help you, but their rules are different depending on who helps you. Some of them want their money up front. Some of them want a certain percentage of your back pay, and it almost calculate in some cases to be in all your back pay and other fees. All right. But people go to them. Why? Because a lot of times they're not getting the help they want from the accredited claims agents. They may not know about them, or veteran services organizations. Let us continue. Now, my thing when you're talking about getting anybody to help you is to follow the money and see if it makes practical sense for you. Before you sign any documentation, follow the money. All right. This is very critical. Let me explain why. Because once you sign your name, you're obligated. You can say that, oh, they took advantage of me. They didn't do that much work on my claim. Regardless of what you think about that, the fact is you signed a legally binding contract, and it won't be easy to get out of it. I'm not saying impossible, but it may not be easy to get out of it. Because everybody, once they get their benefits, some people get buyer's remorse and say, nah, I'm not going to pay you nothing. I got mine now. You got to be careful on that. Okay, now we have the code breaker. This is our second video, second live stream on the VA code sheet. All right. And so it breaks down the different codes for different disabilities. The VA code sheet is so informative, and we'll be covering a few slides on that tonight also. Let us continue. So don't worry, we're going to get into it. Go back and watch that video. Now, important documents that you need include your if you filed a claim for VA compensation, you need to make sure they sent you your decision letter, VA decision letter, VA notification letter, and a copy of your VA code sheet. What happens many times, they don't send this document. Okay? They don't send you the VA code sheet, so you may have to request it. You can do that through your VSO, Veteran Service Officer. You can go up to the VA regional office and request it. And if they don't give it to you right then, you can put in a FOIA request, a Freedom of Information's request, or maybe your lawyer, if you've been represented by one, can help you with that. Now, on the VA code sheet, and we're going to be hammering, it should show that you're service connected, what things you're service connected for, and what conditions that you are not service connected for. So that's very important. Now, this is an important document for any disabled veteran that receives compensation from the VA. This is your award letter. So that's why we're getting the name of these documents out, so they'll be clear to you. This is important because on the award letter, what you're dealing with is, it tells you about your personal information, your military information, as far as the what branch of service, your character of discharge. In this case, Mr. John Brown was in the Army, and he was honorably discharged, and his dates of service. Now, when it comes down to the VA benefits information, it lets you know whether you're service connected or not. It tells you your combined service connected evaluation. And in this case, he's 100%. So it'll put your percentage right there. Then it tells the VA the effective date of the last change. So since we're getting a raise December 1st, it's going to change how much the amount that you're going to get. However, this is the award effective date. However, you won't see it until your next check in January because you're paid a month behind. And this is the most critical part. It say, are you considered to be total and permanent disabled due to your service-connected disabilities? Mr. John Brown is 100% permanent total, so he is. And then it has additional information where you can contact the VA. This is just the first page of it. It has another descriptive sheet that talks about some of the terms and war campaigns. Now, you can use this document to do things such as what? If you want proof of funds and getting a house, buying a car, anything that you would need like a pay stub for. And when you go apply for your fishing and hunting license, this is very important because you don't have all your personal information like your decision letter and your summary of benefits letter. You don't want all your medical information on that. This avoids having to share your medical information because it doesn't really include it on here. Let's continue. Now, this is a very powerful document. If you even think, that's why it's called an intent to file. If you even think that you want to file a claim, it's important. It's very important that you do what? That you submit an intent to file. Why? Because this will lock in your back pay date. While it gives you a year to figure out what you want to claim, and you can lock in your back pay date where you don't even have to worry about, what I'm doing this. You just focus on getting all your evidence together and finding out what you want to file the claim for. And you'll be able to draw important documents in the meanwhile. Now let us continue, family. Now, this is another important document. If you over there, you don't have to be a disabled veteran to get this document. This document is what? Your problems list. The problems list is important because whatever you're diagnosed with in the VA healthcare system is going to let you know. For example, Mr. John Brown here is diagnosed with what? Type 2 diabetes without complications, they say. Shoulder pain. Okay? Mild depressive disorder. He applied for voc rehab. It's on here also because they're considered it's related to medical because they're trying to adjust you to work setting. He also has PTSD, which he's service connected for. So some of the things on your problems list, you can be service connected for, some you may not be. And when you're filing a claim, if you already have a diagnosis, that's where you'll find it here on the problems list. But it may not be service connected, but you believe it was in your service, you can show the diagnosis off your problems list. So this is an important document. You can go over to release of information or medical records, whatever they call it at your VA, and request them, the local VA hospital. All right. If you just come in here, please smash that like button. We want you to smash that like button. We really would appreciate it. Come on to the room. Let us know you're here, family, if you're regular. Let us know that you are here. Y'all doing good on those likes. We really appreciate you. Family, smash that like button. Let us continue. Now we're going to be talking about VA law. Okay, this is very important. And we do apologize to y'all. This is an impromptu live because most people say, well, we don't have to do the Thanksgiving broadcast, but then a few people wanted us to do something. This is the compromise that I did. Do it the day before Thanksgiving. But we glad that y'all showed up last minute, and we appreciate y'all for being here. Okay? Time to update. Remember, when it comes to VA law, they don't change it every year. Let me come up on the screen, family. The VA changes the VA law almost every day. Now, who else told you that? Where else can you go? And they tell you that most people don't. And we need to know that they're actively changing VA law on a daily basis, family. Did you hear me? You need to know that. So you need to know these things affect your benefits, not just as a disabled veteran, just as a veteran in general. They even redefine sometime what a veteran is. And this could disqualify you from not getting just federal benefits, even state benefits, qualifying to get a housing loan. This can affect you. So this is why we want to let you know every time we come up here, if there's a law change, we're going to tell you about it. All right. This is very important. So let us continue, family. Let us continue. It's so good to have y'all in here. Let us know you're in the house. If you're new, you can sit back, chill and relax if you like to. But if you're here, let us know if you're new to the channel, let us know how did you find us. You can put that in the chat. Let us know your branch of service, country, or state that you're living in. And I'm the H-Town vet. H-Town, of course, I was in the U.S. Army, and I'm from Texas. If you're retired, let us know. Anybody military retired that had 20 or more years in the credible years in the military. And don't forget to hit that like button. Now, let us continue, family. We really appreciate y'all showing up. Y'all really take the channel serious, and this means a lot to me. All right, here at the H-Town Vet, I'm glad. And so this is an interactive channel. Unless we putting out like specific information, we'll kind of take time to do that. But let me tell you something. If you got anything to say, you're welcome. You are definitely welcome. Let us continue. All right, so we're talking about the VA law. Now, we're going to define it. I didn't mean for it to do that. Give me a second. Let me scroll that back a little bit. Now, I didn't mean to do that. Y'all give me a second here because I've been known to. So what we're doing here, what they're doing, I don't know specifically how they changed it, but we're getting into it. What they're doing, veteran status and your VA benefits. So they're defining. So what is a veteran status? What does it mean to be a veteran? A former service member must have had active, this is what their words are, active military, naval, air, or space service, meaning active service. All right. And a discharge. Now follow this, family. A discharge or release from that service under conditions other than dishonorable. Now listen, they're not saying that you have to be honorable. They're saying that you have to be other than dishonorable. See, watch the words that the VA use. We got somebody in the room already. We got Major Boomer in here. Everybody read his chat. What he say? Good evening and good evening all, and happy Thanksgiving to everyone. We want to say thank you for joining us, Major Boomer. We appreciate you. Come up on the screen, let you know thank you for being here. And don't feel shy, family. If you're new here, come on in and say something. We don't have no problem because we see y'all coming into the room. If y'all want to sit back and relax, that's cool too. But we're going to put that knowledge in, but we're also here to act as a support group for veterans. We're not trying to be smarter than anybody. I learn stuff every time we have a broadcast from some of the other veterans, because we are the experts. There's no one specific expert. We are the experts as a collective. Okay. So thank you so much, there, Boomer. So let us continue. So understand that other than dishonorable. So that's a tricky way of saying it. So you can have a general let me say it again. You can have a general under honorable conditions. That should be okay. So let's see what they're saying. They say other than dishonorable. There's a whole bunch of other ones. There's a bad conduct discharge. There's you can be released on personality disorders. So what are they saying here, family? So now we're going to get into this here. All right. Now we're going to put to the stage about the law changes. So I'm glad that y'all here. So let me minimize the screen so I can get to the actual, I can manipulate the document. So give me a second here. So that y'all know that they're literally changing the laws as we speak. All right. So what laws changed recently? Follow here. So we're in the month of November right here. So in the month of November, look what has changed. On the 27th, what's the date? November 27th, 2024, today, they just changed reports of what? Casualty. And we'll get into that in a second. We might come back to that. Meaning death, how you report deaths when a veteran died on active duty in particular, okay? And that affects claims because their family member, they just changed that today, all right? So that's the date right there. Now, where's she going to go and learn this? That's why you need to show up so we can keep giving you this information. Now, here we go. Another change for today was service requirements and verification of eligibility, okay? So they changed them yesterday. They on the 26th, 11/26, they changed what? Claims establishment, how you establish claim. Now you know this is messy. They getting messy. I even have a mental health. Look what they done. They have an update. Follow this. On mental health disorders. They've done an update on that. What in particular? Let's get in. Let's get it in. Let's see what's going on here. It deals with what? Update to add and clarify information on the changes in diagnosis of a psychiatric disorder and mental unsoundness in self-deletion, or we're going to say it is suicide, okay? Now, so they changing some of the rules with that. The one we're gonna kind of talk about, me talk a little bit about those if y'all want to, but the one I'm focusing on, the one that changed on 11/25, November the 25th. This one was what? Character of discharge, bars from of benefits, okay? So we're just letting you know that these laws are changing. What other law changed? That's the one we're going to talk about. Another one, we talked about some of the other ones, but another change before we last talked was on general information on IU claims, which is individual unemployability. All these things deal with money. Have you noticed? Almost all of them dealing with some way access to money or deny you access based on your status. Follow us here, family. Now, listen to what they say here. Update. This is dealing with general information on IU claims, individual unemployability claims. So that's the temporary 100%. Update to clarify guidance on IU for veterans employed in protected environments in accordance with this case. And one day we're going to go over this case right here. LaBerza and McBride versus McDoggin. So look at that. They had some court case that just came out right here, and it changed the game, okay? So you can fight the VA when you feel, and that could change the VA law. This has happened a few times. So family, we want to keep you abreast because the people perish because of a lack of knowledge. When you got people telling you what a secret's at, here it go right here. Ain't no secrets. The only secret is if you don't know what's going on when the VA changed the law almost on a daily basis. All right. Now let us continue, family. Let's go back to what we were talking about up here, dealing with the law change that's happened. Let me see. I think this is the one. Am I right? Character of discharge. Okay. Now the one dealing with character of discharge, This is actually on the website of the VA, so we ain't making this the M21-1. This is the other law book where the VA uses as a guide and manual. Now let's see this character of discharge and basic eligibility. As we were saying, discharge character and basic eligibility to benefits. So we went over the first part up here, dealing with, what's the requirement to be a veteran. Just noticing they give the law reference, the notes, and definition, the COD, determination. All right, now listen here. An administrative decision on the statutory and regulatory element of veteran status, whether a discharge or release from a period of active duty, naval, air, or space service, because they have Space Force, was under conditions other than dishonorable, is called a character discharge determination, or COD. Now, so they were analyzing the discharge character and all of this and the facts and circumstances related to your discharge. So they're talking about a lot of this information. So we're just kind of going into that. But this is a lot of information. We letting you know where it's at. We're going to break it down in more detail going forward, but we kind of keeping it a little light tonight, just letting you know they got a lot of things that they're changing here. All right, now let us continue. We're going back to it. So letting you know of the laws that's been coming up. Now let's pull out our thing back on it. So those are the new, hold on, family. So those are the new rules that have changed with the VA today. A few of them changed today and a few of them in the last few days. So you need to be abreast so you'll know what's going on. So you won't get a letter from the VA saying, what's this here? You'll have an idea and you can prepare yourself. Remember, it's not just we help you get your benefits. We don't just help you find out what the benefits are, also to help you protect the benefits that you have. Now, another thing that's very important is where you can find out what your status is related to your service is you can learn on this document, which is your code sheet, your whether you're service connected or not, things that you're service connected for or not, the conditions that you are service connected for or not service connected for, so those that you have applied for, and the code number that go with them, and your combat status code, and whether you have any future exams. You can find all these things on your VA code sheet, VA rating code sheet. This is very important, okay? This document, if you don't have it, you need to get it. So you'll know, you won't be in the dark about where you stand with the VA. In addition, let us continue. On here, it also tells you the things that you are service connected for. If you want more information on this, watch the one that has VA code breaker, the VA code sheet, the second one and the first one we did. You'll find out a lot about it. On our video, we have one video and 2 live streams on VA code sheet. All right, so you see, for example, let's go to the last one. Status posted on right thumb. You got a 0% rating, I think, down there. Let me pull this up where I can see it better. Yes, so the code number is 51228. We're at the bottom. And so what is service connection? A link between your military service and current diagnosis or condition. All right, so if you had hearing problems from artillery, smash that like button, family. Smash that like button. All right, and also, we're just going to go through some, and then if y'all have anything y'all want to talk about, we'll do that. If you want to learn more about the benefits, we have a YouTube video and live stream that talks about the benefits you get from 0 to 100%. And it goes through each one, from 0 to 100%. Now, you want to know more about the different types of 100%? Watch our video, and we have a live stream on the 4 types of 100%. In addition, you want to learn more about the type of claims, because depending on your type of claim will affect the type of back pay you get. Watch our video, the 10 types of VA claims and back pay. If you want to know how, if you get an outside doctor to fill out a public DBQ that you print off the internet, watch our live stream, Disability Benefits Questionnaire, or DBQ. Now, and you need to know what you're trying to do when you're dealing with the VA. Are you trying to get service connected? Or you already service connected and you're trying to file for an increase in compensation payment? Or do you have an appeal? This is all important, family. We're going to get to the after party in a minute. Now, also, when it deals with a lot of people contacting me because of this, veterans and their dependents, because some veterans are incarcerated. What happens to their VA compensation? Somebody contacted me about that today. Their ex-spouse is incarcerated, but they have a couple of children, 2 or 3 children together. So they would ask them what to do. Watch our video, VA compensation and incarceration, because if you get incarcerated, you're automatically reduced down to 10%, even if you were 100%. And if you were 10% already, they take half of that money while you're incarcerated. If you're incarcerated for 61 days on a felony, it has to be a felony, and it has to be for 61 days. And other ways that you can lose your funds. How does divorce affect veteran benefits? Whether it be your military retirement, your VA home loan, or your VA disability compensation. Now, many of us, we would like to have good life insurance at an inexpensive rate. Being a disabled veteran, that means you have disabilities, it's harder to get life insurance as we get older. So the VA have their own life insurance, which is VA Life. They used to have SDVI, which if you have it, you can keep it. Watch our video describing the difference between the two and how the programs work. So do that. And if you suffer from a traumatic brain injury, call a TBI. There's information, there's a video we have on that live stream, And we're getting through this here. And if you're worried about VA fraud, what it is, and how not to get caught up, watch our video, What is VA Fraud? And here's a definition, we said it earlier, of what service connection is, so you're not unclear. It's a link between a veteran's medically diagnosed illness and their military service. So if you were a paratrooper in the military, and as a result of being a paratrooper, you injured your knee, that can be service connected, but you have to apply either pre-discharge, meaning while you're in the military, you can have a pre-discharge exam or and get service connected that way, or after you get out of the military, you can go to file a claim with the VA. And like I say, this is how it works. Before you can get any benefits, the first thing you need is a diagnosis, a recognized injury or condition, a nexus, a connection between your military service and your injury, and then finally, how bad is the condition. All right, once it's established it was in the military, they're going to measure the severity level. How does it affect your ability to work or function in daily life? Now, to be a disabled veteran, as we just said, here's the checklist: medically diagnosed illness, connection with injury to military, measurement of severity level. The more severe, the higher the compensation payment. Now, some conditions only have, like ankle injuries, it only goes up to 30%. You either get a 20 or 30% rating. And here we go. So this is where on the code sheet where you can see the different conditions that the individual is service connected for. in red. Now, there are also secondary conditions. This is important because let's say you have constructed a sleep apnea complication. So you have sleep apnea, but it causes other problems. It causes you to be depressed. That can be secondary to sleep apnea. You can have chronic fatigue. That can be secondary to sleep apnea if you had the sleep apnea first. If you had a stroke, that can be secondary to sleep apnea. And when it comes to secondary conditions, you can get a higher rating for that than you get for the primary service connection. Even heart conditions and heart failure. All right. So this is things that you just need to keep in mind. Now, here when some of the unaccredited claims agents, they get real creative, but this can work. So let's say you only have a 10% for tinnitus. That's the ringing in the ear. Where it causes you headaches, the tinnitus. Where you can get the headaches secondary to the tinnitus that you are service connected for. Let's say you're only service connected for the tinnitus, but then you get headaches. You can get secondary service connection for headaches connected to tinnitus. Let's say the headaches cause you to be depressed, where you can get secondary service connection for depression connected to the headaches, which is connected to the tinnitus. So now let's say you have sleep apnea. This is how it works. There's no direct connection with sleep apnea in this case necessary between the depression and the sleep apnea, but you could say that the depression causes you to gain weight either because of the medications, other things. So this is what you call an intermediate. The weight gain is not service connected, but it can be a pathway to get service connected for sleep apnea. So these are the things you need to consider when you're doing secondary claims. Okay, let us continue. Always organize your evidence. Put it in a folder. Get your awards, your DD-214s, your in-service, out-service medical records, all that, and get the VA law that backs it up. Now, any questions, family? Questions. Because anybody want to say anything about how the current election, how that's going to affect our benefits, good or bad? Let us know. Smash that like button if you just come in the room, and y'all doing an excellent job on that. I know some of you are with your families, so if you peep in and peep out, that's good. We just want to do a little short thing so y'all have a chance to talk if you wanted to. So it's on you, family. It's on you. You let us know what you want to, if any few words you want to say, anything you want to talk about. It's on you. We're in the after party, family. Let us know. Any shout outs, anything y'all want to say, let us know. We're not going to be on long. We've only been on here 44 minutes. So let us know anything. Any comments? We got y'all up to date on the law change. Let you know. So if y'all want to get back, say if that's all y'all have to say, we can do let us know about you can say good night to us or whatever. Let us know. Cause I know we had that one other night, boy. We were on and firing and popping. We had it kicking. So thank you. Give us a shout out, family, before we leave. Anybody got anything to say? Here's our email if you want to contact us. What upcoming topics would you like us to cover on live streams? Because here we can do that. What upcoming? Let us know. Let me get something. I need to find out how many. Come on, family, because I want to give me a second. I want to look something. I'm trying to see what we got here. That ain't telling me what I need to know. I'm trying to find out how many subscribers we got. Trying to remember, you know how it is. That's how I'm going to have to do it. Okay. Okay, here we go. What our goal is going to be, family, for those of you in here. Right now, we have 1,500. Let me say this here. Right now, we have, let's see if hold on, I got to pull this up. Right now, we got 1,569 subscribers, our subscriber count. We're trying to get that. Our goal is to get to 2,000 by January 2025, end of January. So see if y'all can help us share the live streams. And we want to say thank y'all for joining us. We appreciate this is the shortest one we've had because I know it's Thanksgiving. It's impromptu. So those that watch live or recorded, happy Thanksgiving to you. Those that don't celebrate, I understand, and I appreciate you too. So we want to thank you for joining us. We want y'all to have a wonderful night.